You just got arrested for a DUI. Here's what happens next. First, after you get arrested for a DUI, you'll be receiving a ticket from the officer. Now, that ticket is very important because that's the ticket that you need that tells you when your court hearing is and where your court hearing is. You're also going to receive what's known as a temporary license. It's normally a pink sheet of paper. This is something that's very important to keep with you because your actual physical license will be taken by police after you get arrested for a DUI. So, what you do with those two sheets of paper is you have to contact the driver safety office to request a DMV hearing. You do that because if you don't do that within 10 days of after you get arrested, so let's say you get arrested on May 2nd, by May 12th, if you haven't contacted the DMV, your license is automatically suspended after 30 days. So that 10-day period right after you get arrested is super important for you because it affects your ability to be able to continue driving. Now, requesting a hearing doesn't mean that you can drive forever. All it does is it preserves your right to have a hearing on your license. A DMV hearing is separate from the criminal proceedings, so it's always very confusing to people because it's two different events happening simultaneously about the same action. One in criminal court that happens in a few months, and the DMV matter that's more pressing and happening right now. Now, what's important to know is that an attorney can also do this for you. You can reach out to an attorney to try and help you set up that DMV hearing, also to represent you in the criminal case. But it's incredibly important that you contact the DMV within those 10 days. You're not necessarily in a position where you're rushed to have to find a lawyer right away, but you have to contact the DMV because if you don't, then you're going to lose your license after 30 days. And with a lot of these admin hearings that happen with the DMV, they're hearings that can be won. I've won quite a few in my career, and they're not impossible to win. And the reason it can be helpful if you win is that if you do that, you're able to continue driving without any suspension whatsoever. No request that you have some kind of interlock in your car, no classes, no special insurance. You win your DMV hearing, you're able to continue driving as if you have no restrictions whatsoever. Now, of course, after the criminal case ends, and if you are convicted in criminal court, you could have some license issues there. But leading up to that time, which could be over a year from the date you get arrested, at that point, you'd be able to drive without any restrictions whatsoever. So the first thing you want to do is you want to contact the driver safety office to request a hearing. After you do that, you want to contact a local lawyer, someone who's local to the courthouse, local to the county, to be able to help you in your DUI case. That attorney can then take over your DMV hearing. They can go to criminal court for you, and they can help start obtaining the evidence from the DMV hearing in order to prepare not just for that, but also for the criminal case that will happen a few months down the line.